sometimes we get these ideas, we just want to spin off and try something new, something fresh. The Unpanders is going to try to do that tonight with a new idea, something brand new and fresh that can keep it nice and short and tight. So we're going to go back and forth and try to settle on something, a new format for another podcast. Join us. So I'm Dan.
And I'm Nick, folks.
We're old friends dissecting one topic at a time. People, technology, media, we've got it all covered.
Each discussion here is a deep dive into our unique perspective. Taboo, forbidden subjects, they're all on the chopping block, baby. We don't pander to popular opinion. We might even get a little bit dirty.
Warning, this podcast may contain mature language and sexual content, and is for infotainment purposes only.
So join us. Have a good time.
Open up your ear holes, because we're going to fondle your follicles. Okay, so we're back with one more episode.
One more episode.
I think we're up over 100 here, so we've done this for quite a while. There are other podcasts that came along when we started, and I thought, wow, they're good. And they died and fizzled off. Haven't seen them since.
Really?
Yeah, some of them, I would give them a shout out, but they don't exist anymore. You can't even listen to them.
Wow.
So it's like,
and why waste your time when you listen to an existing podcast?
Yeah, one that's still there for you.
With that. Yeah.
Lean on me.
Still doing it.
Because we're still here. And you got no one
longevity.
Else. Yeah.
Eventually longevity is just going to be the thing, right?
Yeah. These guys have been around forever.
Been going for so long.
He's the first one who started doing that thing back then. Way back when they didn't do that thing.
Back then. Yeah. We'll see. So we want to try a new thing?
Yeah. So
format? An idea?
These are good conversations, but I don't think they hit the short attention span of today's people. So
absolutely not.
We're going to try to keep them tight, keep them like 15, 20 minutes. And this idea came to me like 3 days ago where we should do like a predatory podcast, like somebody who's trying to manipulate or attack or use somebody. And then that other person might not be aware of it. So try to figure out like what you could spot, how the other people think, and then how to avoid it or get out of it or
danger signs, stuff like that.
Deal with
how to avoid it. Yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
Yeah. So
predators, the predators are coming for you. You have some creepy music, like really dark symbols, and like
I was gonna go like do 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 predators, and then. Like a clown song.
Predators. That's good. I like
that. Predators. So, I guess that kind of covers it. So, like,
that's it.
Nick and I.
That's it. We're done, folks.
We're good. We have. We both picked a circumstance. So these are intended to be recorded like back to back. So like I would have a circumstance, and then Nick would have a circumstance, and we both play off of the other one's circumstance. So do you want to get into it?
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. You don't think?
No, because I'm already waiting for you to start yours, and I'm going to have a story that's like not long, but it's fairly long.
It doesn't have to be mine. You can take over and take the reins, Nick. It's okay.
No, I have my own.
You want to be a leader? I'll take over yours then when you try to do yours.
Okay, that's fine. No, what I'm worried about is it's just going to turn into a long rant, and we'll talk about things and go, that's crazy, and tell a story and tell a joke and everything. It doesn't tend to adhere to a schedule or like us pretending to be someone. Well, I mean, let's see how we.
So what's our mark here? What's the minute mark we're trying to hit with this first example?
15 minutes or 20?
I'd say we do 15 and then 5 minutes commentary if it happens.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. So pretend we have some kind of intro, I guess.
Predators. Okay. So my circumstance is
today we're going to talk about
getting roofied. It's creepy. It's creepy.
It is creepy.
Yeah.
So it's getting roofied.
Right? Yeah, I agree. So a lot of people say,
So hold on, there would be an intro, and we would say "Getting Roofied." We
yeah,
have disco music playing,
yeah,
and then it would be us, and we'd say, "Well, folks, tonight we're going to talk about getting roofied."
yeah. I guess that sounds really personal, but
Maybe like a sentence or two.
what if conditional?
So then what?
Yeah. So I guess the intro is sometimes this happens, and there are people out there that are willfully making it
Roofiers?
happen because they're
Roofiers.
roofiers, roofie, oh, roofiers.
Roofier.
Oh God.
It's what's his name dressed up in that exact outfit.
He's got the
Except that
gold
he's at the
sword.
bar.
Yeah. It'd be uncouth.
That would be uncouth.
Yeah, next Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I guess this, like, mostly, I assume it's mostly men going after women.
Yeah, I would imagine it's probably like 90, 80%, right?
And
I mean,
none of it doesn't go both ways, but
right.
yeah, the aggressor is usually a man, assuming, and they also are using alcohol or drugs. So the main drugs are benzodiazepines.
Benzodiazepines.
Yep, thank you.
Mm.
Like Rohypnol, or like there's versions that are like Xanax or clonazepam,
Oh, like a clonazepam type deal.
and ketamine.
So there's not just one roofie. Like you can get roofies. Like there's different ones.
Yeah, there's various things that make you go unconscious. And it actually, the one website I read, it was one of the signs was the primary sign of being drugged is a sudden unexplained change in consciousness. Like it's like, whoa, not conscious
Already
anymore,
there.
impossible to come back.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're going out on the town and you're going to a bar, that's probably the most likely place you're going to get roofied.
Red.
I guess see, should we do avoidance now or should we do avoidance later? Should I go through the scenario?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What's the scenario? So what were you going to do? You were like from both perspectives.
Yeah.
So it's me, John Q. Public, sitting here. I'm a girl. Or am I pretending to?
You've got your
talk to
drink
someone?
open,
What do I
so
do? Yeah. Hey.
I guess from the victim's perspective, they're out, they're having a good time, they're drinking, they don't pay attention to.
They're already lubed up.
Yeah, they're enjoying themselves, they're distracted, they're engaged with other people, and they're having a good time. And I guess they don't pay attention to their drink, and they start to feel funny, like a little drunker than normal.
Okay.
And then they start to be confused and a little bit out of whack. And from the descriptions that I heard is that you just kind of like slip further away, and all of a sudden you're kind of just like feeling kind of sleepy and out of it, like you were super drunk, but only after like a couple drinks. So most people know their limit. Most people realize that like this feels like I'm 4 or 5 drinks in rather than 2 or more if you drink more. So the whole goal of the predator is to A, be sneaky about it, B, isolate somebody, and C, somehow get them like out of the bar.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Like, I guess they gotta like grab them by their hand and be like, "Come here, I gotta show you something." Man.
They gotta
At that
make
point,
them.
You're just like, what?
Yeah, they take advantage of them and make them seem like they're out of control. Because this happens with alcohol. Alcohol is a drug too. That is a like a quote unquote like rape drug, but it's also like kind of being roofied because you slowly your inhibitions disappear and you lose it. So like that's also kind of like, oh, she's safe or whatever. And you try to get that person out of the bar, and she needs to go home and sleep it off. So they end up getting them out of the bar, getting them alone, and then doing what they want. And yeah, that's pretty awful. So
what happens when they wake up? Like they're at someone else's house. Does the person play it off like, "No, you came home with me. You're really drunk"? Like that seems weird too.
Yeah, no. It seems like you're almost like a serial killer at that point.
Wake up somewhere and then call the cops? Would you be like, I don't know you. I've never met you. I would never go with anyone anywhere.
Like
My friends called me 8,000 times. What are you? 911.
Yeah,
I'm at some guy's house. I have no idea.
I wonder if it's like what the percentages are for like people that know people, because like if you wake up at a friend's house, it's like
then maybe it's more reasonable.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, you just slept it off. Like you would, I think that would mess with your mentality because you weren't sure if they did take advantage of you or if it was okay or like if they were just protecting you.
And you're not going to call the cops right away. You're not going to be like 911. I'm at my friend's house.
Yeah,
they'll be like, are you okay? I don't know. No, I guess so. That makes sense.
And they might. I don't know. It seems like it takes like that's probably the number one thing. Like, it'd have to be a friend or somebody that already knows your situation so they can
because if you
make you feel
woke up
comfortable.
somewhere, that would be really weird.
Or if, like, they just left you in a hotel room, like, that would be messed up.
That would be weird too. I'd worry about my kidneys and crap.
Have you ever... There's a story from my bachelor party where one of the guys just disappeared, and he went out, like, the back door of the bar that we're at, and he went... I think they took him to a hotel, and then he paid to sleep in one hotel room, woke up, and was like, oh, shit. Like, I don't know what happened, really, but... I mean, he didn't get roofied, but he woke up in a random hotel and had to figure it out and piece it together. As a college student, you're kind of like... Or like early 20s, mid-20s. Like
Hangover, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is ironic because you were roofied.
Huh.
All right. Why do they call them roofies if you end up on the floor?
They should call them flories?
Yeah. Good joke.
What's your story?
Okay, so I think I was 22, 23. I was at the Windrift Hotel, which has been undergone a complete change. But I actually got into a fight with either my girlfriend.
When you say complete change, was it good or bad? Like
no, like they redid the whole building.
Okay,
like, it looks like it's an upper class bar, but this is like the year before they like renovated it entirely.
Okay,
and
before it was
it's
classy.
just like a beach bar. It's a beach bar. Yeah, this is not as classy. I remember I got into a fight with either Megan, Ange, someone, and I had my second drink of the night, maybe second or third drink of the night, and it was we're getting off. I was angry. So I think I ordered a Red Bull vodka. That was the new thing, And all I know is I woke up on the bathroom. I woke up and it was pitch black, and it felt hard, like tile, on my face. And I was feeling around, and I felt around, and I had no clue where it was. So I followed for the wall, pitch black, like you couldn't see anything. And I eventually found a light switch, and I turned it on, and I was in a bathroom, like a hotel bathroom or like a bar bathroom. And I looked around, and I had all my clothes on. I reached, found my wallet. I found my cell phone, and my cell phone at the time had like 193 missed calls and like 80 texts from Megan, 70 texts from Ange, like 40 texts from Michelle, like just crazy list. And I walked out that door because I didn't know what bathroom I was in, and I was in the bar bathroom, but it was like pitch black and no one was around. Like it was just the building was shut down for the night. So I was like, what do I do? And I could see the moonlight a little bit, so I could see outside. There were glass doors. I just walked towards the nearest door and pushed it open, and then called them back. And I was like, hello? And they're like, where the fuck are you? What's wrong? What's going on? I was like, I'm fine. I'm just, where is everybody? They were like, oh, we're over here. And it's like 3:30 in the morning. And apparently I just disappeared, and they thought it was because I was mad at them. And like I'm telling you, like I think I remember just being like dizzy or tired.
Do you think it was a girl and like she roofied you, or do you think it was a guy, or do you think?
No, I think it was a guy. Probably roofied the wrong drink, I guess.
So maybe you grabbed someone else's drink and took the hit.
It's possible. Yeah, I have no idea. I may have saved a life that night. All I know is I had all my money. Like I said, all my clothes were on. No funny business was going on that I know of.
Were you in the stall?
Yeah, I was in the stall.
Like sitting?
Probably. Well, I was on the floor at that point, but maybe I went to go sit. I almost think I went in the bathroom to sit down because I felt weird and maybe just passed out sitting down. What's crazy is that the girls, when they were leaving, kept telling the bartender they hadn't found me. Can you check the bathroom? And he said he checked twice. So they screamed and argued with him. He went in, said he checked, and no one's in there. But like that's a liability thing. They left me like a passed out drunk person in there. Like I could have died for all we know. But anyway, what I should have done is like stole all the liquor because I was in the bar. Unguarded. I should have been like ching 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 ching. Just had like 19 bottles and walked out the door. But I was too confused to whatever. But that was wild, and I'm almost 100% sure, just the way you were describing what it feels like to be roofied, that I was. So because it was only like my second drink. It was weird.
There was a story on the Guys We Fucked podcast about a girl who was out at like. She went on like a work trip, and she was in the small town with like a few of her work friends, and all of her work friends got roofied all at the same time by the locals. It was like 3 people, and she recognized it immediately, got an Uber or taxi and got inside of it, and she said like she was so out of it. She was only like a few blocks from her hotel, but she was so out of it by the time she got back to her hotel, she had passed out, but then went to the bathroom and somehow pooped, but not on the toilet, cleaned it up while she was still like semi-unconscious, and then all of the things that she cleaned up, like she used towels and like all that stuff, it wasn't in her room. When she woke up in the morning, she thought, I must have put it outside, and like she could see like drips like down the hallway. She ended up like putting it like in front of someone else's like room, so she didn't know. Like she must have done this like half naked when she was roofied, like completely out of it.
Wow.
So
people see some wild stuff.
Yeah, people just think they're probably drunk and they're like on drugs or something, but you're intoxicated with something that you didn't mean to be intoxicated with. So let's talk about the seriousness of it. Like, how do you prep to avoid it? What do you do?
Prep to avoid it. I think you just have to be watchful of your drinks, vigilant.
Well, you could decide not to go out. This is like the
Someone's knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Hey, got something for you.
Chesty version.
What is it? Just a drink.
If you're looking for a guy, you could go to Match.com or something. You could find a nice guy on there. If you go look for Unpander Dan, UnPand.
He could still roofie you, couldn't he?
I guess if you go to you can go on a date. I guess they could. That's another thing is like never let someone get you a drink. Never let them have a drink for you ready. Never leave your drink.
Yeah, that's a lot of babysitting.
That's a lot of babysitting. But I know women do this. Like women will watch out for other women and make sure that like nothing happens.
Yeah.
But you don't always have that safety net. And like I know they're more fearful of it than we are, so they must hold on to their drinks and be like, no, I don't want you to buy me a drink.
Have you ever seen anyone drop anything in anyone's drink?
No.
Like I would say something.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like,
No. I have a better plan. See, I wouldn't say it to him because
not him. You say it to the girl the moment
she comes back.
Yeah.
And then she goes there. I'm like, listen, that guy just dropped something in your drink. And then maybe you confront him. Because if you tell him beforehand, he might amscray and then do it somewhere else.
Probably. Oh yeah, and you make sure you get like the bartender or your posse behind you.
Yeah.
If they have like if it's a group of guys, maybe you intercept that girl before she gets anywhere near a drink.
Yeah.
If you know.
It's gas X.
I was just making sure. We had
didn't want to have no gas. We had Mexican. We just got done Mexican.
Just had barbacoa.
Okay.
So I guess that's identifying. Like some women like realize like there's somebody eyeing them in the bar, and like
you could probably feel that.
Yeah. Which I don't know how you determine whether that person's going to be a creeper or like a super creeper or like
you can kind of tell looking at them a little bit.
You're gonna
not all the way,
look by the cover
a little bit. Just you can tell.
And then realizing it's happening, we already talked about like how you're slipping into like the unconscious area, the part where you're super wasted for no reason at all.
Yeah.
And then reacting to it. I guess you got to grab a friend or call somebody immediately. Like I guess if you don't have anybody, you cops 911 immediately.
Yes.
Or like maybe you can get in like an Uber is kind of like a weird situation too, because like you won't be able to like you kind of lose the ability to talk too.
Yeah.
So like if it's too late, then you like the Uber drivers like just gotta.
My gosh. Yeah.
That sounds
big bill.
Yeah, it sounds dramatic, but I guess it's necessary. I bet the bartender probably has dealt with it before.
Yeah, so maybe the bartender, but you gotta hope it's the right kind of bartender.
Yeah, not an asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe the bouncer. I don't know. One of the people that works there, you would assume, unless it's like a dive bar, like a really shitty bar.
Right.
Again, I guess you prep by going out with friends. Yeah, beautiful story. And then, I guess, like reacting to it when it's happening. I guess there's a point where it's just kind of, I don't want to talk about that. Skip past the gruesome details. And then I guess after effects. Like the after it, what, like, if it happens to you and you wake up and it was like completely not what you expected. I guess you'd have to, I don't know. It's weird because you have your own like pride on the line, like to like capture the moment, like record what happened and like do what you need to do to document it properly and like get authorities involved, but you may not want to do
like
that.
The old rape kit thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you really want to press charges? Do you have to like go to see a doctor? They do the rape kit. Like who knows if they're going to believe you? all this stuff, and it's embarrassing, and it's an invasion of privacy. You don't want to do it. You don't want to have to do it. It's like
sometimes people don't believe you, or they double question you.
It's like getting violated twice. You're violated, and then you're violated for mentioning that you were violated a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty big downer. That's
the most negative. Well, that's why I wanted to start it with something that's like really tough, because this might not be.
Is there like roofie parties or anything?
So,
or like 5 frat guys all get together and then they put roofies in each other's drinks and then they see who can pass out and see. I have no idea. I imagine someone that they had to.
So this is the weird part about like censorship is like it is idiotic, but also like if someone had, if women got together and all did this together and like understood how it felt, like, 'cause I don't know what it feels like.
Oh,
they
like
might
a
precautionary test. Yeah, it'd be so.
We're doing a precautionary roofie test tonight.
Well, they do have like they have dyes, and then they have those straws and stuff too that like they change color based on the chemicals in them.
That's interesting. That's pretty cool.
So you can bring those, but I doubt they're like in California. You're like, you can't have a straw; it's illegal, and then like it's fine for it. But I mean, that's I guess that's logical if it's happened to you and you want to prevent, absolutely, then that's how you do it. It's one of the ways you do it.
I guess so. Interesting way to do it.
Yeah. And let's talk about the predator aspect. Like, how does a predator pick somebody? We already said like friend.
We just said all the stuff we were just talking about.
Isolate them. Yeah. Make sure they can be manipulated emotionally a little bit, maybe, and get them to
How do you know
drop their guard?
10 seconds of conversation with someone though.
I don't know if they're already a friend. I think that's how it happens, like a quote-unquote friend. But if you're like a complete stranger, like that, they have to like grab you and sweep you out of the bar like you're a drunk girlfriend, like pretty quickly.
Right away, and it's got to be a red flag too.
And they must have done it before to figure out like what the timing is.
People,
and like
people who do that probably do it like it's a serial thing. In fact, isn't it like a trope or like a joke in like movies from the 1970s that, hey, sprinkle a little of this in her drink. Hey,
yeah, Spanish fly gets real hot. Yeah.
Is that what Spanish fly is?
I don't know that it's the same thing, but it's the same kind of myth.
It's wild. Right.
She makes her
idea.
She can't control herself sexually in an active way rather than a passive way.
Well, I don't know.
Unconscious way.
Maybe it's advertised as an active way, but it's more of a passive way. That's crazy. No, so predators. Keep a lookout for anyone who wears yellow. It's like a color that screams predator.
And if I tell you to run, forest, run.
Run, forest, run.
Run to the forest? That sounds like a good idea.
Huh. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah. You feel like, I guess you had all your money, so you weren't violated, so you're good.
Right.
It still feels weird. Like, what time was it? How many hours passed?
This was probably like 8 or somewhere between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. And I woke up by 3:30ish, I want to say. Maybe even 4.
Fucked up.
Right? It's more effed up that they left me in there. Like, how do you not... There's only like 3 stalls and 2 urinals. It's not like it was like 18 stalls and 4 urinals and 8 sinks. It's like 1 sink, 2 or 3 stalls, and then 2 urinals.
At that point,
you didn't see a guy?
I would assume that like somebody, like, for us to go in a female bathroom is weird. But if we think our friends in there roofied, we would probably, well, we don't know you're roofied, but
check it out. Right.
We'd probably keep asking people. So like as guys, we'd probably be like, can you check? Like everyone who went in there. Like I assume they did the same thing, but for some reason,
I don't know.
See, like that, maybe something did happen to you and somebody was in there.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Give me the business.
I don't know.
I didn't feel different physically. Like no orifices were achy.
I don't know, no chapped lips or anything.
I mean, honestly, nothing. My butt felt fine.
Did you check it?
My face.
Did you?
Oh my god, yeah. Because I was like, what in the world? And I was like, okay.
Huh.
My pants were on backwards. My underwear were on the floor. I was like, oh, this is normal. No, so I mean, I have no idea what happened in that like 5-ish hour span, but I got a lot of phone calls that I missed. And anyway, within 6 months to a year, the Windrift, I will name drop them. They renovated the entire building, like knocked it down, rebuilt it up out of nothing, and now it doesn't exist. That building I was roofied in. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, It's like
It's kind of cool.
yeah.
It's nostalgic.
Was it
Maybe
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? It just mentally gets
all those
destroyed.
things disappear. Yeah. It did. I don't know. So, shout out Roofies of some sort.
Yeah. All right.
Shout out Roofies.
Woo. We got
Good episode. How many minutes
Predators.
was that? 22 minutes.
That was actually right on the 20 mark, which I think might be like to reflect on that moment we just had there of 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think if someone was listening to that, they would follow a nice, succinct story.
Oh, for the record, folks listening at home, we're back to the podcast.
Yeah.
We're back. That was our trial podcast. That's what we would do if we were to make Predators. I don't think we can do that. Is it? I think Predators is our take.
We could find a...
Wait, what if it was a symbol of like Predator in like a trench coat? You know what I mean? Like that would be a cool
trying to be inconspicuous.
Yeah,
like,
but he's still
got the mask on.
He's still, yeah,
that's
cool.
our icon right there. Like a little like kind of top hatty type thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours? What do you got?
All right, so we're gonna go into mine. Mine's like a totally different direction. It's kind of weird. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is, so let's pretend we're starting the episode.
I genuinely forget. Yeah. Do Predators.
Perfect voicing.
Yeah.
Tonight, folks, we're gonna talk about phone scams.
Huh. Predators.
So there's like different stuff going on with cell phones now.
Mm-hmm.
This actually started with landlines, but phone scams in 2019, they had like a list of all that goes on and what to look out for. You get a phone call from a weird number, they say just don't answer it at this point. I'm not even totally getting into the robocalls, but I'll touch on it. Robocalls are through the roof. 45% of all calls made in a day here in America are robocalls. 45%. That's ridiculous. Do you know who's in charge of that? Federal Communications Commissions, the FCC. Who runs the FCC? Do you know? I know you do.
Is it Ajit?
Oh, it's my man Ajit. Ajit Pie.
God.
Anyway, my man said in a speech like a couple weeks ago that ensuring that these robocalls stop is the cornerstone of my future movement. Now, he's talking a lot of talk, but lately he's actually changing the rules as to what constitutes a robocall. He's making it easier for people to make robocalls.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. We all know.
We all know
he's getting money from someone. Yeah. He's a piece of shit. The average person, I looked this one up too, gets 3 to 4 a day. Do you get robocalls?
I don't answer. I get, I know, so this is the thing. With robocalls, I know that it's a certain type because I still have the phone number from Philadelphia. From Pennsylvania.
And it has those numbers?
Yeah. So there's one element to it is that they know my number should be from Pennsylvania and they call me from there, which I do have backstory on this if you want to delve into it.
Please do. I actually don't know this. Go for it.
So there are databases that store like your location and they are like given out. So they're sold as like batch information to like people that are like it's intended for like bounty hunters or like I think originally it was actually for like telecom, so like shorten the call distance. So like if you were gonna like reach somebody, you could reach somebody via a local call center or something because of for some reason it was cheaper. But now it's like
whatever.
It's
now
like
it wouldn't matter, but
bounty hunters and robocallers. So people saw it like going like across state lines, like they'd be in a major city and like the robocalls would come from a certain city. So it'd be like, how do they know? So like, that information should be confidential and is becoming more confidential.
Right.
Or
it's kind of out of the bag already.
Yeah. Or you download an app. Like an app can request to have your information.
And user agreements.
Yeah.
Every user agreement's like 40 pages long. In there it says we have the right to share your data with blah 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 and sell it. Yep. Data is one of the biggest selling points right now. That's a whole episode we could do, like an Panders hour episode, not one of these.
Yeah.
But anyway, these robocalls. When I get them, they're usually from my area code. Sometimes they have my first 3 digits of my phone number too. I always laugh at that one. I'm like,
matches so closely. It's like it's supposed to be a relative or something.
Oh, it must be a relative because we all have the same phone number. Dickheads. Anyway, these calls, oddly enough, I've discussed this on an Unpanders episode. If you do pick it up and they say, to speak with a representative, please, if you are the victim of a slip and fall, please press 1. I press 1 and it rings twice and says, the number you have reached is no longer available. It disconnected. And I'm like, I wanted to buy their product. Like, it's gotten ridiculous. So most of these are related to scams. People try and scam people over the phone. It usually doesn't work with someone our age, but like someone 70 or 80, it could work.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, someone tried to scam my grandmother 7 years ago.
They try to get information or money?
Yeah, so this is how they do it. Someone calls from a number. At the time, it wasn't to a cell phone. It was to, I think it was to my grandparents' landline. And my grandmother picked up. And they went, Grandmom, it's me, Grandmom. And she went, Nikki? Which is the trick. Because they didn't say their name. And he went, yeah, it's Nikki.
I'm in jail.
She thought it was me.
Yeah.
I'm in jail, Grandmom. And she said, oh, no, Nikki, are you okay? He said, I'm in Florida right now, and I'm in jail. Well, we just got in trouble with a little bit of weed. I just need some money to get out of jail so I can call my mom. And she laughed. And my grandma said, Nikki, your mother is going to kick your ass. And she laughed. And she's like, you better call her. You're in big trouble. And they were like, no, Grandma, don't hang up. I need the money now. And she's like, ha, ha, ha. And she hung up. And then she called my mom immediately. She's like, is Nikki in jail? And my mom's like, no, he's at work or whatever he was. She had no idea. So she could have been scammed. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? It just so happened to be that her lifestyle and the fact that she figured my mom would kick my ass before she did saved her, kind of. But like, that stuff happens to old people all the time. The number one, you know what number one scam call is? Tech support.
We noticed you're having issues. Give us passwords to your laptop, cell phone.
You ever do the one where they we would like to have remote control access to your entire
This happened to my grandma. She let them in.
Did it work?
I don't think they don't. My grandma doesn't have any sensitive information on her laptop.
Of course not. But what did they do? Just download a bunch of malware on there?
I think they did. Yeah, they're trying to just like permanently watch what she was doing. But it's like, I think once people found out,
she like goes to like Facebook and like some family website and then maybe a golden retriever forum or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one time I was driving for work and it was like I just finished a delivery and it was a tech support guy. He said, please, we are with Google or Windows. We need access to
We are Google.
Yeah. And I was bored. I mean, this is like 5 years ago. I said, sitting by the pooter, and I pretended I had a southern accent and I did the whole thing. Dude, I talked to him for 10 minutes. I was like, all right, I'm sitting by the pooter right now. You got to tell me which buttons to press and how many times to press them. Because let me tell you what, Darlene cooked a mean steak and I'm going to have leftovers later. He said, well, sir. And he was trying to be very patient with me. He was super nice. But like, I started playing real stupid. I was like, all right, you're telling me I got to go inside the pooter? And he was like, no, sir. You need to press these buttons at control access. And he was going over and over. It's like 10 minutes because I'm driving to my next stop. It was like 15 minutes away. And I was just pretending to be a southerner, you know? So at one point, he totally busted me. He was like, I need you to press control and the button right next to it, alt, or whatever he said. He said two buttons that weren't next to each other. He says, I'm pressing about as hard as I damn can. And he said, they are not next to each other. He was so mad. He literally went, fuck you and your motherfuck. I fucking hate you, fuck. And he hung up on me. And I said, sorry, Charlie. Anyway, he was so mad. I never made a guy that mad before. He was like livid because I kept saying it ain't turned on. I got to reset my pooter. You know, I was doing the whole thing. So. But apparently they get some people.
Yeah, I assume it's the people who get older and they just start to have dementia and they don't know what's happening at all. Right. So it's like, hey, son, put me in your will.
They can be a little confusing. I don't know, that far?
Yeah.
Put me in your will. Spell it. AJIT, Ajit Pi, FCC.
Chairman.
It's funny. We sound like we're making fairly racist comments, but in my research, like legit, most of these happen from outsourced countries like India and Pakistan are big on the tech support scam.
It's like the English-speaking poorest countries, right? Yeah. What other English-speaking English-speaking countries?
And think of this: even if laws are against them, you're not going to extradite them for a scam.
That's true. I mean,
who's going to get them?
Yeah, and how much are you going to get them for? Like, unless it's a giant ring that's hurt some, like, celebrity.
The average money they get is between $100 and $1,000 for tech support calls. You know what I mean? So like $200, you're not going over to another country and extraditing someone for $200 to get it back.
No.
Another, I'll just run through the list real quick because just in general, tell me, jump on one of these if you ever dealt with one of these. Fake counterfeit merch. So you go to a Chinese website that sells hockey jerseys, maybe or something, that are like 1/8 the cost because they don't have to pay any licensing fees or anything. They just make them look like it. You may get it, you may not.
I've seen this with like clothing that was like, it looks like it's really fluffy and soft, and then it's like made out of paper. So you get it,
or you get it in it like a Dolce and Gabbana knockoff, and you get it and it's like Cholce and Chesbana. It's like what the hell? What'd you do?
Or
it's
Wish.
It's hard to make one that look like it.
Wish.com has like electronics. Like it's a phone in your watch. It's like it's supposed to be like an Apple Watch, but it's only costs like $2. So you already know that you're getting a knockoff cheapo product.
You're not just getting a knockoff. It might not work.
Some of those are just like painted on, like it's just like a sticker. You just peel it off and then a piece of plastic.
Damn it, we got tricked again, Grandma. Let's try another one. Another one was pets for sale. Have you ever heard of this?
Was this like puppy mills? Like they fake a puppy mill?
This is pets for sale. So you're looking for a dachshund, or you're looking for a Siberian husky, or whatever the hell they're called, and they're usually like $800 a piece. So you see a website it's offering for $50. Yeah, all you have to do is pay for the vaccines, insurance, and shipping fees, and that dog never friggin' shows up. Of course.
Huh?
It's like yeah.
You didn't see the one with the guy who made the rats have really puffy hair, so he cut the rat to make it look like a dog, and then sold the rat to people as a fancy dog.
Wait, he sold multiple rats?
He sold multiple rats. Dogs? Yeah.
God damn, I gotta look.
They look like dogs.
I'm gonna look up
until you hold them, and then you're like, "This is a goddamn rat."
There's other ones like grant scams. Oh, collection agency. So a collection agency is allowed to contact you, call you, seek out their debt, right?
Yeah.
Legally, they are. There's a certain amount per day. I don't know the number, but there are people who just pretend they're a collection agency. But the other thing with all of these, the tech support, the merch, they don't just screw you out of money. They also have your credit card now, and they sell that on the black market, or they use it somewhere.
To a proxy.
Usually. Yeah, there you go. So they're doing another crime. That's a second crime. And then this can also lead to identity theft. Like a lot of these people get stuff taken out in their name, and they're like, I've never heard of that.
The worst is people who are using other people's identity to commit crimes. Like if they bust somebody, but they don't actually catch them, but they leave like traces that person was you. How do you prove that it wasn't you?
I mean, you could actually. Do you know how?
No.
You remember the whole privacy issue we have in this country where our cell phones tell us everywhere we were, every day, everything? That's actually the only time that would come in handy, wouldn't it?
Track me.
No, I was texting and driving. Oh, I was doing like 40 and 25. Check this. Yeah. I don't care if you bust me for the other.
Look how fast I was going.
Wasn't me, bitch. By the way, the fastest, the biggest speed, I'm trying to word this properly.
Speed limit?
I used to take a way home. No, best law I ever broke. I did 55 in a school zone one time while I was flashing.
Okay.
That's 3 times the legal limit. That's pretty good, right? Have you ever done 3 times the legal limit anywhere?
What was the limit? 20?
15 when it's flashing.
That's not 3. That's like 3.
55. Well, it's over 3.
Yeah. It's 3.6666666.
Can you imagine if I got to 60? It would be like 4 times. Then I could tell all my friends I did 4 times the speed limit. People would be like, "What? That's crazy."
And then did you pay for it?
125. Oh no one caught me ever.
Oh.
I didn't get caught.
It's that last 10 feet.
No, because you can't get that fast there.
I almost got a ticket turning too fast in a school zone. I was still in high school and wearing my high school garb, which included a tie. So the officer was probably like, "Shit, I can't give this kid a ticket." So I didn't get a ticket out of it.
You had a tie?
I turned really fast. That was it.
No, but he couldn't give you a ticket because you had a tie?
I look businesslike.
Oh my God. I would have given you a ticket just for talking about this. Anyway, let's go further. So there are house and vacation scams, the payday loan scams. Another one I never realized because timeshares are becoming a problem right now. anyone who bought into a timeshare, the prices are going through the roof. There are people cold calling people saying they found a buyer for your timeshare. They're willing to buy it. They'll write up a fake contract that they're going to buy it from you.
And get your
I
information
just need
from there.
$50 in processing fees, $80 in this fee, and boom, they're going to buy the timeshare for you. You're free of it forever.
This is the
It's fake.
play it up larger than it is, and then take the small peanuts.
Take the peanuts, dude. Because guess what? They ain't gonna get you.
Yeah.
Another big scam on apparently phones, whether it's over cell phones or not, is called a dating or relationship scam. Never come across one of them.
How would you date somebody via? They cold call you to ask you out for a date?
No.
Like, what is this?
They cold
Tinder?
text you. You've never seen that?
There should be Tinder scams.
Well,
This should be a thing.
That's what this is involved.
Oh yeah.
You ever get there's certain dating apps where I don't know this, but my friend Dan, who's been on our podcast before, he was on one of the apps, and like when he used to be dating, there's like women that are super hot.
I like you very much, Dan.
I like you very much. We should get together sometime.
Please enter your information.
Even coffee. Yeah. But like he's like, this is a scam. Like, but that happens too. Another one, the biggie. Work from home, make $24 an hour. You see it on the signs? It's a scam. And last one I had was fraud and fake check scams, which is apparently still a thing. I didn't even know.
You bled into all kinds of scams.
I did. I touched all of them. I didn't know if you came in contact with any of these scams. I didn't know if...
I think the most egregious one was the person who downloaded an app, and the app was periodically sending information back to a server somewhere, and it was everything about your phone. Like, it would not only get your location, but your
you made,
all calls you made, your phone number.
What app was it? Talk shit on some apps.
It was like a child's gaming app, which is most egregious.
Shit, dude, that is most egregious.
Yeah, it was even sending like your imei, which is like your card number of like your SIM card, like to them. It's like really weird. And then like the thing I listened to, they tracked it like to a bunch of different companies, finally getting to like one parent company that was like really obscure and they couldn't Comcast. No. No. But they couldn't figure out who it was because it was obscured. It was hosted somewhere else, some other country, and they couldn't dial down on what it actually was. So it was like some black market has all your information.
Of course. Some 2020 or news report where they a lady was getting robocalls like 10 times a day, maybe even 20. She sued. Mm-hmm. So, they did the legal paperwork. They followed all these companies. They were connected to other companies. They were subsidized by other companies. Do you know who it was? It was Time Warner. I wasn't kidding when I said that.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, she got like $4 million from Time Warner for calling her ass nonsense.
Nice.
Now, my guess is Time Warner has stopped or somehow not been associated with this.
Yeah, created another company.
Everyone should friggin' sue. How awesome would that be for wasting your time? And like, we already don't go door to door anymore.
Yeah, the people trying to sell you a vacuum, like vacuum up my rug, please.
Imagine someone came up to your door to sell you anything.
If I guilt you, look how much dirt your rug has. Oh, thanks. Thanks for cleaning it up.
Your shitty ass rug.
Get out.
You better clean this.
I gotta take a dump,
rug.
please. You want to vacuum up that stench? Sorry.
But like now, people don't do phone call sales anymore because no one listens.
Yeah, now it's
like we've saturated
robotic
person to person. We've saturated phone calls. What's next?
AI.
Text.
It's an AI that sounds like your girlfriend. Help! I'm in trouble. Bring $100 to. Yeah. I don't have a girlfriend. I have a wife.
What if it was my girlfriend? Don't tell my wife.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So if you were a predator, how would you set this up? What would you do? What would be your scam? You call people?
And you'd be all generic. You have to say, "Oh my gosh."
You'd be like one of those.
At the store. Oh my god, I need money. I don't know. I don't know. If I can
psychic. You got to be like a psychic. Like, I feel like
our energies.
Long lost relative.
Mercury's in retrograde right now. Do you know this? I think you're right. You're
like, are you Italian? Is your last name? Is it? And then
This is weird. Are you feeling like you're underappreciated in a lot of the stuff you do at home?
Are you stressed out?
Showing it.
Are you trying to? Do you wish you could sleep more and relax? Let me sell you Herbalife.
Your boss is kind of a jackass, right?
Yeah.
No, I know she is. Yeah, she's a jackass. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Oh my God, I got the product for you. So there'll always be snake oil salesmen. Oh, I expected to mess that up. You try it.
Snake oil salesman?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just our advice here is don't answer the phone. Okay? Actually, I saw a report on the robocalls. Not Colbert, the other English guy who does Today, Tomorrow, Tonight.
It was Last Week Tonight.
John Oliver. He did a real good one, and he set up a bunch of phones to robocall the FCC and do like thousands of calls per hour. It was pretty funny. But
they changed that to be when you brought that up, just to interject. Okay. They made it easier. So like before, it used to be that like you couldn't have a completely robotic system that would just keep calling and calling and calling. Mm-hmm. So they had call centers that were set up so that like the number would pop up on a screen and the human being would push the button to call. So they keep pushing buttons.
But think about it.
Yeah. Bastards. So it's not a robocall because a human is calling you. Yeah, I think you covered quite a bit.
I was going to finish it up with one sentence, and I forgot what I was talking about with the GPI and FCC. Oh, there is some new. So right now it's called spoofing. That's how they get your area code or your general purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it looks like it's a call from your area.
Yep, family member.
Lately, because for my work, I use my cell phone sometimes. They think I'm from like 9 different areas. So I really stupid numbers call me, and I always laugh. I'm like, loser. But on top of spoofing, I believe they can do something now where they can look like it's calling from someone's number in your phone book.
Whoa, that's creepy as fuck.
Come across this? Someone was like getting a call from their Aunt Helga or something, so they answered the phone, and it was. They're like, "What the? That's not possible." And they hung up. But like, you know, they asked later, "Did you call me?" And she was like, "No." So it's a VoIP. Do you know what that is?
Voice over IP, like Internet Protocol.
Yeah, but is there a way to make it look like it's coming from? Oh, you know what? Maybe they do
inside the house.
No, maybe they do something really generic where it says mom calling. Maybe it wasn't Aunt Helga.
They just put mom or dad
because it says mom. The good news is not one. This is my claim to fame, and this is kind of corny. Every name in my phone is weird.
You've obfuscated.
Oh my God! I don't. You know what my mom is? She has been for 15 years. The 5.0.
The 5.0 is your mom?
That's my mom, and I still get calls from it. It's so funny because I'm like, oh, it's my mom. My dad is Mustache Me. You know what you are? I bet you know because it's about 15 years old.
Canna something?
Oh yeah, it is.
Canadan?
You can say your goddamn first name.
Canadan, I can.
Yeah, Canadan. Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, you know what he is? P. Wesley. You know why?
I wish it was just a screech, an eagle screech.
Because I pretended one day that his middle name should be Ryan P. Wesley blank, his last name, but still P. Wesley. The girlfriend I'm with, have a child with, everything's hunky dory. I love her to death.
Please be a good one.
It's philanthropist, because I was really drunk one time when I met her, and I was like, "You're like a philanthropist, but your name's Ange." Anyway.
You protected
so
yourself.
I say people as the most. No, that's why it's in there at that. Isn't that crazy?
No, it's good. It makes it entertaining, and every time you get a phone call.
Yeah, so
you have a picture in there too.
Like, I don't even know. I do, so people can figure that out. But, what was my ex-girlfriend? Oh, that was actually kind of cute. Ugh. Key line bar.
Got anything else to add on this one?
No, I'm really sorry. That was it. Phone scams. Everyone be alert. Everyone be careful. Everyone be vigilant. Not vigilant. Vigilant. It's like a village. And tell your grandparents to not wire money. Don't send cash. Don't do anything over the phone. Okay, folks?
I feel like this is a scam that I would do, but I wouldn't do it
Really?
because it's so stupid. I feel like you.
Robocall? Would you
Yeah.
set up robocall?
I mean, I would be the guy that would set up the robocall center and then be paid to robocall, but not care about the outcomes. I'd be the person you
would
could
get some
press
money
one
once in a
for
while.
making sure that you get, and then it'd be like, boo, and then I'd be like,
Oh,
what?
do you ever get the IRS call?
Yeah,
This
please.
is the funniest one. It's like, it's not even in perfect English. It's like, this is the IRS. You owe money. Do not hang up.
We're the R's. It's like,
We're the R's. Dumbass.
yeah, this one's right in my wheelhouse, so maybe I'll have to set up a robocall center. Since they're making it easier, right?
A jit pie.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So anyway, don't answer your phones. Don't talk to anyone. Don't send money over the phone. Don't send money anywhere. Don't answer any calls. Don't talk to anyone. Just stay home. That's it, folks.
Yeah, it's the same
Stay safe.
Same theme from before. Don't go out and do anything that would cause you harm or put you in danger. Stay inside your homes.
Don't get roofied. Don't get robocalled. That's our motto here.
Yeah. Okay.
Predators. Doot 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 doot
Do predators.
doot. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Awful. Cool.
Yeah.
How long was that one?
We're at 50 minutes, so if you split it both ways,
30 or wasn't it?
I think it was
not?
5
No,
minutes. No. Well, it was 5 minutes at the beginning,
25?
and then 20 and 25-ish, I think.
25-ish, probably. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a little longer.
Yeah, but I think that's acceptable. That's within range.
Okay.
Plus, we had
So
both tidbits to add.
Yo, everyone at home, we just made 2 new podcast episodes in one episode, and you watched us make it live.
Woo. What do you think?
Like, we're doing a making of. It's kind of weird because I want
It's
to tell
strange.
everyone at home, like, we're making of. This is the making. You just saw us make gold.
I
But you
feel
don't
like it did distill some of us, but like the depth we're afraid to go into because we're keeping it short.
Well, because, I mean, we also
But it was
never
on
done
topic though. It was on topic
And it
depth.
Did you know they cast the same death from Bill and Ted's Excellent
I
Adventure
read
2
that.
for-
Yeah.
I thought you did.
What was his name? He's got a good
I
face.
have no idea.
Oh,
He's a good death face.
yeah.
Don't know.
I'd almost say. I think I might have. No. It might be on Pander's Reddit. Check it out.
Interesting.
I almost clicked it. I think
Check
I
it
might
out.
have clicked it.
Hmm.
It's like a Finnish name. It's like Lars
Yeah.
or Nils or something.
That's so weird because the dude, my favorite death is the dude from
Hans
yeah.
Gruber.
No, from Antonio's Block.
Antonius Block. Who's Antonius Block?
It's like a Swedish film from like 1947. He plays chess with death.
Death. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's the best death.
He tries to delay his death.
Oh my god, yeah. In fact, he literally knocks over all the pieces in a pretend move. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I guess we have to start over." And he's like, No, I know all of the pieces and where they were." And the death dude puts them all back.
Also, Finnish descent.
Well, that's why it
Yeah.
reminded me of it because I was like, "Yeah, those guys play death pretty well. Good job." Finnish, Swedish, Norwegianish. Okay, I'm pissed. I don't know the name of that movie. Something life of someone. Antonius Block.
I don't.
Type in Antonius Block.
Want me to look it up for you?
Do it for me. Yeah, because now I need to know. Antonius Block. And then death. I don't know.
Shit.
Because I think that's his name. Not the character's name.
Seven Seal.
Yes. Damn it.
I thought seven
Seal.
something, but I didn't say it. I don't know. I didn't say it.
I don't know if you really knew it or not. I'm going to try and take credit.
I will.
Such a good movie. Oh, is Death in there? What's his name? Nils something? I'm just curious now.
Hold on.
Your time is
William
fleeting.
Sadler.
Thank you.
That's
Does he
guy.
look like that?
He does look like
Outside
that.
his
I don't know
makeup?
which guy.
Nice. My man.
Not
My
Finnish. I don't think.
Man. Oh, he's not?
I'll have to keep digging.
That's so weird because it's Ingrid Bergman or whatever. Who's the director? Ingrid Bergman.
Whoa.
I'm totally just making sounds, but I think it's a Bergman film.
I don't.
It would be really funny if I'm way off. Don't listen to me, folks. Ooh, look at that.
It does look finished.
See? He is finished. There you go.
And director?
Yeah, give me the director. You weren't on IMDb? It usually has director, has everything.
Stephen Herrick? Peter Hewitt?
Oh, Christ.
Or maybe it has to be 3.
No, I mean, that could be it. Maybe I'm wrong. Life's falling apart. Did you notice this, though? Trim my chest hair, because it usually shows right here when I wear a collared shirt. Not when I wear a V-neck, baby. We got chest hair.
Getting serious.
Woo!
Getting serious.
Hell yeah.
All right. I think
we did pretty good. I think it looked like it. We can do Predators. I just don't know if it's the future of the podcast, do you?
I feel like there needed to be a little more energy. Maybe that's because it's kind of new.
It's new. I didn't know what to do. Also, we're super. Roofies was the worst. I mean, it was good. It was good. It was just like, oh my god,
it brings you
As
down.
we were talking, we're like, yeah, and then women can be taken advantage of, and terrible things, and then they don't know what to turn to, and there's no hope, and they have to watch their drinks every time they move, and it's like, okay, we can tell a joke here, but
yeah, one of the past comments was that, like, I like to listen to podcasts that are positive and uplifting. It's like, well, listen to rape. It's like, whoa, Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
I
don't know. It's one of the things. It's like dark humor, though, because there are bits of dark humor that I think are legitimately funny.
You can definitely tell jokes about really dark things. It's just has to be in the right light. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like it. So I mean, you have to get over that, but you got to find your own happy medium, if that makes sense. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Where you can joke about a subject that's serious or dark. Like, hey, let's joke about the Holocaust. What are you joking about it? Not that much. It's like you have to find... You can tell a joke about it, but don't get specific. And if someone else is joking about it and making specifics, like, you got to be like, yo, pal, I was telling a kind... no real joke about it. You're a jerk off. Like, I don't know. You gotta find lines. That's the problem with jokes. They do hurt people. They don't hurt people. So mad it wasn't Bergman. What are you looking up? Tell me.
I was trying to find a Holocaust joke that I could...
Oh, no. I don't want to hear a Holocaust joke because it's probably bad.
No, all of them are like, they're terrible. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, see,
that's a given.
See, like a set joke like that is probably made 10 years ago, and it's probably like...
No, 13 hours ago, somebody tried a Holocaust joke on Twitter. Did not.
Somewhere.
It wasn't even... No.
Yo! I'm a flip shit. Oh, weird. Why is he on the Seventh Seal, then? Feature films. Ingmar Bergman. Filmography. I don't know why I was so mad that I was wrong. 1957, The Seventh Seal.
That was the director of The Seventh Seal?
I don't know.
It's the Swedish director of The Seventh Seal, I think.
Oh, no. It was based on his play. Weird. Or wait.
The Allegory of a Cave or whatever?
No. Ingmar Bergman. He was a famous director. He did all these movies that... Persona. I think I saw that one. I took a film course in a college that was redonkulous.
We were talking about Ingrid Bergman.
No, Ingmar. I'm trying to think. He had some famous shit. My man, Ingmar.
There's something about old school models, like the attractive actresses.
Who are you looking at, dude? Who are you going for?
Ingrid Bergman.
Oh, wait, is it his daughter? Now I gotta know.
Is this incestuous? Is this nepotism here?
I don't know yet. What did he do with her?
I'm not.
I got Ingrid Thulin. Oh, Marriages and Children. What was her name?
Bergman. B-E-R-G.
Goddamn first name. I'm looking at Bergman.
Bergman.
Oh. Ingrid von Rosen changed it to Bergman. This can't be her. Ingrid Bergman. Weird. was married to Ingmar. Good lord! So it was Ingrid and Ingmar.
Are they both? Are they really married?
They were. It might be a different Ingrid. Because this one doesn't have a picture. Why wouldn't they have a picture of a beautiful woman? This is Ingrid von Rosen. Later became Ingrid Bergman. Not to be confused with...
No, this guy's... I don't think the guy's the same.
Wait, this is crazy. We're still recording the episode.
Yeah, we are.
We should probably address the audience. So... I like the shorter, snappier stuff. It's like, boom, boom, boom. Give me the hits. Give me the hits. I want to hear Beach Boys. I'm picking up good vibrations. Yeah, that's what people want. But at the same time, you do lose a lot of stuff. But it's quicker. It's easier to pick up. It's nice. Organized.
It's a package that people... So like a comedian brought this up before. The comedian put his bits on YouTube and made them like 2-3 minutes long. Mm-hmm. So he said like buying into 2 or 3 minutes is easy. It's like if you're going to watch a TV channel, you may only watch it for a few minutes and then change the channel.
Well, but if you say this, the ad is 15 seconds. If it's a 15-second ad, I better watch at least 30 seconds because I don't want the ad to win.
True.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's 100%. But if
now I'm like, it's 3 minutes long, I'll watch the whole damn thing. I'll show that damn ad.
If you're trying to sell people on, I guess, if you're trying to make people sell their time, it's a hard sell to sell 60 minutes.
An hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. No, an hour and 15 minutes of the Unpanders talking about death.
What I think is actually better. But
I agree. I think it is better overall. But well, so what are we talking about? Selling out, essentially?
No, I'm making it more digestible for people. So, like, if you could see a snippet.
So, yes, selling out.
I don't think that these are following the same course.
What are you doing it for?
I feel like if since we've hit 100, so like really the state of the podcast. This is like the State of the Union.
State of the podcast, folks. We've done 100 episodes. Let's come around and let's see what's going on with the podcast.
We've got like a year of recorded episodes ahead of us.
Good Lord.
So we have a lot. And we have time to do something and spin off in another direction. And the commitment of the different new path that we explored tonight is less.
He's got some ROI. He's got return on investments going on here. Go ahead.
So if we can shorten it and make it 15 minutes of interesting and directly related to whatever we keyword, then it will make it easier for people to find something that they like. And then hopefully they like that and realize that we have another podcast that's longer. If they like the long discussion, conversation.
The long term is the goal. It's just, how do we get people there? Little snippets, little pieces of us.
Yeah. Make them less commitment. People are afraid of commitment, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, listen. The most valuable commodity is time. Okay?
Yeah.
It's time. Do you want to hear something crazy that you brought that up?
Yeah.
I just looked up rings online.
Holy shit.
I want to get a man ring.
Oh,
like, you know how some men wear rings? I've never worn a ring in my life. Literally. What size are you? I just looked up sizing today.
I don't know.
Did this an hour and a half ago.
Does it say on the ring?
Mine, I just looked up. I'm thinking I'm a 9.5. I did like a circumference ring. Listen, this isn't a joke. I literally offhand was doing this. Look, so you tie a ribbon around your finger. Look, Dan, I'm giving you.
I'm listening. I can listen.
No, look.
Okay.
You can't. So you tie a ribbon around your finger and you mark it with black, like marker or something. And then you measure it. They'll give you diameter versus circumference. And I think I'm like a 9.5.
That inches? Who's that? How's that?
Yeah, 9.5 inches. Yep.
Centimeters.
9.5. No. The centimeters. I was like 58 to 60.
Why do they?
But that equates millimeters. 58 to 60 millimeters. But that equates to a 9.5, I believe, on this one website. We'll say. Anyway, I'd like to show everyone.
So you're getting a ring for yourself?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude! $9. It looks like it's like a Lord of the Rings type deal. It's
you're
got blue.
Too close. It's blurry.
Okay.
Back it up. Back it up more. Back it up more.
How's that look?
Keep backing it up.
What? You can see that. It's clear on my screen.
Okay.
It's got blue. It's kind of badass.
Yeah.
Now, I've never worn a ring, so it might be garbage. But for $9, like maybe go for it. You know?
And I say this is my original wedding ring, and
Is it?
one of my
You still wear
friends
it every
got
day?
yeah, every day. One of my friends got married
Good on you.
and lost it tubing within less than a month.
Damn.
After that, I bought spare rings.
Did you?
Not the same, because this is expensive.
Right, you
Knockoff
bought, like-
ones. I don't think that my wife would notice if I switched, and they fit me.
Here's my question. So, if you go on an adventure, are you wearing the knockoff?
I'm not going to lose this.
You're relying on the knockoff only if you lose this guy.
I wear this always. So
Okay.
this is like playing hockey. I wear my ring if I'm.
Do you?
Yeah. There's no reason to take it off.
Move it. You got like the.
It does the fatty thing, like the.
Yeah.
It does that thing. You got to like rotate, get it greasy, and then slide it.
Huh.
And then like, you can't. It's not really. You can't really notice it.
But you can't really tell. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people got that where you can notice it for the rest
You
of
can
their life.
feel it because like right on the backside, it's smooth right here. It's like creepily smooth. So women, if you find a guy that has a weird indentation on his finger,
Ring finger.
run
That's a
your
warning.
finger along that one finger and it'll get crazy smooth. And he's married.
Gotcha.
Like it doesn't have any ripples or anything at all. Ooh, it's kind of hot though.
Yeah, can you imagine being like cheating on your wife or something, like at the beach, and you got like that ring that's from sunburn or whatever?
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, no, this is nothing. I had a piece of pepperoni fall on my finger, the exact shape of a ring. What? I was eating pizza.
It was hot cheese.
Slice of
It just
pepperoni, and I just
dripped on my finger.
fell asleep. Oh my god, it looks like a perfect ring. Isn't that crazy? Ted, is that you? Come home. Oh, I don't know her. You know? Awesome.
Run, Forrest.
Run, Forrest, run. I knew we were going there. So, let's summarize this entire episode. We wanted to try something new. We
Explore.
thought, hey, let's do these Predator. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun.
Predators.
It's
Pretty good. I don't know how much long-term enosity this has, though.
If it's 10 episodes and one of them is like ridiculously funny,
Gold?
Yeah.
That would be true.
I mean,
That'd
it'd
be
be
cool.
easy to do a 15-minute. Like comedians did like an hour-long bit. So if you
You
could,
just made a joke about our podcast.
yeah. If we, yeah,
I know.
yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna. But if we have one that strikes gold and people like it, it might funnel people into the right direction.
Good.
Hopes.
People might never come to this. And I
We don't care. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be
I
out there.
really don't care.
Well, thank you.
But I do.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not being facetious or like placating. Like I honestly think
We make real
there-
connections with people. So, and it happens. We find somebody
Every
that's
guest-
awesome. And
every guest who's been on the show had like a good run or a good episode or a good. I think we're like the ultimate guest spot, dude. I think we're just doing therapy for people, like some sort of therapy or
some sort of realization. Like I feel like people don't put the pieces together themselves for some reason, and it's just
right.
like,
And if we
it's
get them
freaking
talking,
obvious.
I really think they do. And I think everyone we have on ends up being better than they would if they went by themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We're like the ultimate yin and yang to make
Icebreakers
you
of
come out.
people?
Yeah, we ice break. We get people out of their comfort zone. We get people thinking, and then we get them talking, and then we get them realizing. Ultimately, this is what we could do. We do a guest like every episode, and it becomes so popular, and people feel so therapeutic or so good afterwards that we just start charging. This is just like a therapy session. I'm not kidding. Like, can you imagine
Two-person,
if people
a
were
double
like-
team therapy.
Well, and think of this. The other thing is you'd almost be paying for exposure too. Like if we started taking people who were like, I have a great idea, I wish I could go on their show. You just pay us whatever. You come on, we do your thing. Like if we were more famous, like obviously
That would be interesting though. Like I have this one thing, can you talk to me about it? And then we just go from there.
yeah, and we could do it. We could
Oh, yeah.
vibe with anyone on any subject. Like, if you have a real passion or a real idea and you want to get it out, and you want to flesh it out with two really intelligent people who can converse and like, and get your name out there and get it recorded and get it out into the internet, like, that's
Into
something I
the
think
internet.
people would pay for. I know, but
Into the
do you know what I'm
ether.
saying?
I gotcha.
Does that make sense?
I do like that idea. That was a
Like-
pen clicking because I'm going to write it down.
Well, think of this. I mean, it would range from crackpots, who are people who really have no idea and really
Eric
are wasting everyone's
Bickernix.
time. Yeah, but he was cool. Like, I
He's
love
good.
that.
He's good.
He was definitely a crackpot. I loved him though. Like, even his response in the email, that was so him.
Wait, can you say?
You can catch me cranking off under the table, and I wouldn't care.
He wouldn't care if it was on the internet.
Yeah. I think it's a real thing. I think we have a thing. It's just, I don't know if it's going to be with predators or with whatever.
I think we can do like a dozen episodes and just let it float and see what happens.
Okay, that's fine. You want to do. Now you're going to really work on the theme song. Is what you're going to do. I have a keyboard over there.
I might do it. That might be it. I might take a cut of whatever we just did right tonight, and that might be it. Cracks me up. Predators.
It's so funny when you hear your own voice. I can't tell if mine or yours is deeper.
Yeah. I don't know. People say that our voices sound similar, and I'm like, I don't understand that.
Damn it! No, because when I hear my own voice, it sounds totally different. But
Yeah.
I guess it's out loud. It's different.
It's weird, isn't it? All right. So thank you for listening.
Wrap it up. Thanks for listening. We're going to do different stuff with our podcast. If you want to pay us money to come on and be a guest, have a therapy session with us, dude, we'll do it. So
we'd
hard.
love it.
We'd love the
Thank you.
fudge out of it. Thanks for tuning in. We like you, folks. We like you a lot.
A lot. Good night.